Starting to look a lot like Christmas. Listen, there's a story in the Bible about a widow, and she has two sons. And when her husband died, he left her with a bunch of debt. And so the creditors were coming, and they were coming to collect on that debt. However, she did not have the money to pay for it. So what they did back in the day was they would take her sons and cause them to be indentured servants or slaves to pay off that debt, which would actually end up being the rest of their lives. So she did not want that, obviously. She goes to the man of God and says, listen, I'm in trouble. I'm in debt. I need some help. And the man of God says to her, or asks her, what do you have? She's like, I don't have anything. The only thing I have is a little jar of oil, right? As soon as she says that, the man of God says, that's enough. Go and borrow. Go borrow vessels. Go get, and when you borrow them, don't just borrow a few, right? And so she, because she trusts the man of God, she trusts the God in him, she goes out, she gets all of these vessels, she fills up her house with vessels from the community and things of that nature. And then she says, okay, I've done it, now what? He says, now pour the oil in those vessels. He leads her step by step. So he was like, go pour the oil. So she starts pouring the oil. She locks the door behind her. Her and her sons are in the house. The little jar of oil starts filling up all the vessels. As long as she has vessels, the oil is flowing, right? And so she gets to the last one and she's like, bring me another. And her son says, that's the last one. And as soon as they find out it's the last one, the oil stops. She goes back to the man of God and says, what do you want me to do? All the oil is filled. All the vessels are filled. He was like, now sell them, pay off your creditors first, and then you and your sons live off the rest. He essentially shifts her with what she has in her house, what she has in her hand that she doesn't think is enough. He shifts her and he turns her into an oil business mogul. She sells the oil, she pays off her creditors, and she has so much money left over that her and her sons can live off of it for the rest of their lives. What I'm saying to you is what you have in your hand, what you have in your house, the thing that you don't think is enough, it is enough to start. And you just go step by step. He didn't give her the whole thing. He gave her one step at a time. And I'm telling you, move by one step at a time. Begin to start going towards your vision one step at a time. It's going to be good. You got to trust that God is with you, that he's going to blow on you. He's going to cause things to work out in your favor supernaturally. But you've got to start. You've got to make the first move. Got to begin to have enough courage to put one foot in front of the other. Come on, y'all. Let's start. You don't know what God will do with what you think is little. It could be the record-breaking, career-breaking, listen, the breakthrough that you actually want, that's going to bring forth resource, fulfillment, joy, and it's going to increase and cause your life to be a testimony of how great God is. Come on, let's get it.